Hey, Conor here on Neversink farm, and I get asked, it was one of the questions I get asked a lot, which is, what fertilizer do I use when I grow? And it's changed over the years, obviously, as the ground has changed, and I've just adjusted things to what I like. Obviously, I use an incredible amount of compost. You know, we do cover crop in the winter. You know, those are not going to be good for heavy feeding, for intensive planting, so that's be something else. I like to put some dry fertilizer in layers. So when I put down compost, I like to put something underneath that compost that's going to break down. And I use something that's high nitrogen. For things that I'm going to balance the soil with, I do that completely separately. So I don't like to have other things in my mix. But I do have K, potassium, in my mix, because that's something that my soil is always low on. And even if I raise it in my soil, it does leach away. So I put that in my mix, but the rest is all nitrogen stuff. And I'd like to have a nice mix. So I actually had a cement mixer, and I would mix different nitrogen. So like nitrogen sources like alfalfa or soybean meal or feather meal or chicken manure sometimes, and fish meal, and I try to use trimmings from catfish farms, which I like better, but you know, fish meal and kelp I really like, and I would just mix it together, and right, and you want, you know, get a nice even mixing of it. Right, so you can see a lot of the alfalfa and kelp in here, because a lot of that, it doesn't smell or anything. It's just dry, very easy to put down. And because we were mixing so much of it, that it's just really dusty. So, you know, I got a place that sells the individual ingredients to do mixes for me. And they asked if they could start selling it as a Neversink blend, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, that's great. And you know, I talk to people about it, not because I get paid. I don't get paid a nickel for it. It's something that I do use on my farm, and now other people can get it, which is awesome. But you can also make your own. But this is already pre-blended for me, and I'll go show you that how it comes in bags. And throughout the farm, I just keep cans and with a cover on it so that it doesn't get rained on, so that we can instantly put it on a bed when we turn over a bed. So we'll put this down, and then we'll put compost on top of it and just keep layering it. And this just starts to build the soil, right? So it's really a build the soil mix, because it's got so much organic matter in it. It's also got biochar in it. So see these black pieces, right? That's biochar. And what that does is it helps hold on to nutrients in the soil. You know, not only putting carbon back in the soil, but it also helps life in the soil, because it's you know, very porous. So it's just a great soil building, and it's just over time. So I keep adding it and keep adding it, because it will exist in there for a very long time. It's not going to break down quickly, and so it's a great addition. So it's a lot of ingredients, and we'll go look at those when we look at the bag. All right, so it comes in a 50-pound bag, and you can see I just get a pallet at a time, and I go through between 2 and 3 pallets a year of it, which is a lot for 1.3 acres, but it's security, right? I had more than I need, because you can't over-fertilize in an organic system. It's very difficult, you know, depending on the, you know, it's just, at least what I'm using, which is organic materials. And so the sulfate of potash, that's just the potassium, which we add a lot of. Feather meal, fish meal, alfalfa meal, kelp, biochar, and the K. You know, mix your own if you want, get a pre-mixed, whatever. This is what I use, and you want to do it based on your conditions and what you like, what you want to add. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time.